Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this clip. You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
Angel Reese, often called Bayou Barbie, recently made headlines, but not for her performance on the court. Instead, she aimed her attention at the WNBA's payroll department. She boldly asked for a significant pay raise, as if she's on the level of someone like Caitlin Clark, who consistently puts up game-changing numbers.
In the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they're gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us. No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt. They are like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field. You need to come to the meetings. I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out. That's a possibility for real.
We're sitting out.
Is that Shaq's 24 shoes in the back? That's Shaq's shoes right when he came out. Yeah, those are Shaq's shoes in the back.
But here's the twist. After making that bold request, she went out and had one of the roughest games of her career. And that's saying a lot, considering Reese has a track record of performances that even make the WNBA stat keepers do a double take.
So look, man, Angel Reese just got ejected, going at it with Tiffany Hayes. Just 2 hard fouls on her. And then Angel just first off, what is this? Come on, Angel. You're not like that to do all that. Relax. Just catch it, go up with 2, make the layup. But look at this.
Angel Reese, coming off a season where she's been more known for her social media antics than her on-court performance, decided she deserved a raise. And not just a small increase, she reportedly asked for millions. Let's stop right there. Millions in the WNBA? For someone who's not even a top-tier player? Reese must think she's in the NBA, or maybe she forgot that WNBA salaries don't just shoot up because of a big Twitter follow.
They're upset. They want to get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills. Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season. She quipped, hating pays them bills, baby, noting I can't read this, Tom's better. Brand deals, non-basketball sustain her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thought?
After making her demand, all eyes were on Angel Reese to see how she'd respond. This was her moment to put up a dominant 30-point game, grab 20 rebounds, and prove she's worth every penny she's asking for. But that didn't happen. Instead, she had a performance so disappointing that even her biggest supporters were left speechless. She couldn't hit a shot to save her life, even if the hoop was twice the size. Her rebounding, which is her one elite skill, was about all she had going for her. The opposing team was thriving whenever she was on the court, and she was giving the ball away like it was free.
Hard foul, watch. She's going to start clapping. She was already doing this to play before. That's a foul, you hacking. And then she's just like real attitude-ish, like throwing her hands, like waving off, like She did it to her coach earlier on in the game. Now she's talking to the refs. She gonna get a T already. And look, she's gonna start pointing at Tiffany Hayes. And then she's gonna stand in front of Tiffany Hayes and start pointing at her. And look how Tiffany Hayes is looking at her. Look at that, I'm about to check your jaw. Chill out.
Now, let's talk about her body language. Angel Reese is known for her confidence, right? Well, when things started to go downhill, that confidence vanished fast. Instead of stepping up, she started complaining to the refs, rolling her eyes at her teammates, and throwing her hands up as if it was someone else's fault. By the end of the game, the internet was buzzing. WNBA fans, NBA fans, and even casual sports watchers couldn't believe what they'd just seen. This was supposed to be Reese's moment, the night she showed she was worth the millions she was asking for. Instead, it ended up being the night she proved just the opposite.
Watch out. And then she's talking crazy, like, what? She's out of here. You're out of here. Like, come on, you gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. Doing too much. Your team needs you and you're doing way too much. Look, did it again. Like, your team needs you, bruh.
This whole situation brings up a bigger question. Will she actually learn from this, or will she just double down and blame the refs, her teammates, or even the air in the gym, anything but looking in the mirror? If she wants those millions, she's going to have to earn them. Right now, she's showing she's nowhere near ready for that level. If you've ever wondered how to completely fail on the court while still getting cheered on, look no further than Angel Reese's latest performance. It wasn't just bad, it was a masterclass in how to fail spectacularly while still trying to convince everyone you're a star. You'd think that with Reese's size and supposed dominance in the paint, she'd at least be able to make a layup, right? Wrong.
Kuna Matata. Oh, really? Which, that's for all ages, I would like to think. But good to have Gunna and Turbo in the house.
We appreciate the support.
Yes, very much so. There's your Gunna minute. Back to Angel Reese.
Time after time, Reese got the ball in perfect position near the hoop, took her signature awkward steps, and missed shot after shot like she was getting paid for every brick she put up. At one point, it looked like she was trying to test the durability of the rim with how much she was slamming the backboard. And the best part? The crowd still clapped, cheering her on as if she'd just pulled off an incredible move, instead of missing a simple shot. Honestly, this might be the most impressive part of Reese's game. She somehow makes players with a fraction of her hype and endorsement deals look like all-stars. Opposing centers, some of whom are barely recognized outside of WNBA diehards, were making her look like a G-League practice player. She got out-rebounded, out-hustled, and out-maneuvered. Every time she tried to take control, the defense shut her down so completely that even the refs seemed unsure if they should call a foul or just let things play out.
Kids' collection of missed layups. I can't even believe this is real. I just stumbled across of it. There's 2 different videos now floating around out there, and it's unbelievable. Now, Angel Reese last night, once again, had one of the worst shooting games in the history of planet Earth. For what's supposed to be a big, I mean, what in the hell is going on here? I understand her team won. I get it. 5 of 13 from the field. 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, only 10 points.
And yet, after all of this, you could still hear commentators trying to put a positive spin on it. She's showing great effort. That's a tough miss, but she'll get it next time. You have to love her tenacity. But seriously, what tenacity? There's a fine line between perseverance and just repeatedly failing at the same thing, expecting different results. Of course, no Angel Reese performance would be complete without some theatrics. As the game got worse, her classic body language came out, hands up in frustration, death stares at the refs, exaggerated reactions when teammates missed shots, even though she was missing worse than anyone. And, as always, the blame game. Whether it was the refs, her teammates, or just bad luck, there was always an excuse ready to go.
Accepting her award, her participation trophy from the Unrivaled. She was named the Unrivaled, you see that right there. The Unrivaled Defensive Player of the Year, Angel Reese. All right. Awesome. So she says, God, thank you for getting me through these highs and lows. Prayers. Be where your feet are and allow yourself growth.
After accepting her award, her participation trophy for being named the Unrivaled Defensive Player of the Year, Angel Reese had this to say, God, thank you for getting me through these highs and lows. Prayers be where your feet are and allow yourself growth. Despite one of the worst performances of her career, Reese still managed to dominate the conversation, not for her on-court struggles, but because of the hype surrounding her. Her fanbase quickly rushed to her defense, completely ignoring the stat sheet. Mainstream sports outlets scrambled to find at least one highlight they could spin positively, and of course, the WNBA media played along, pretending this was just a one-off rather than part of a bigger trend.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
She's not just overhyped, she genuinely believes she's a basketball superstar, even though the hard truth is staring her in the face, she's simply not that good. So, how did this happen? How did Reese build this unshakable confidence, despite the stats telling a different story? The answer is simple, she's been living in an echo chamber of lies. It's a place where accountability doesn't exist, criticism is brushed off as hate, and mediocrity is celebrated as dominance. The first step in keeping someone deluded is surrounding them with yes men, and Reese's circle is doing just that. Her mom, teammates, and friends all feed into this false narrative that she's an unstoppable force, completely ignoring the glaring fact that she struggles to perform consistently at a high level.
And how she helped you tonight. Barbie's Rookie of the Year. There's no other way to put it. She goes out, she does her work every single night, no matter what team we're facing. I'm telling you, Barbie's Rookie of the Year for sure.
Her mother, in particular, has been her loudest cheerleader, constantly backing up her daughter's confidence with endless social media rants. Anytime anyone dares to point out Angel's flaws, here comes Mama Ree, guns blazing, defending every missed shot, every turnover, and every blown assignment.
You are criticized or critiqued in a different way than your peers. Yeah. And I've had to learn that as a parent and everything. And so I just take it with a grain of salt. And as I say, a lie doesn't care who tells it. Yeah. So I'm the real no. Yeah, it's engagement.
In her world, Angel is the victim, the misunderstood queen of the game, rather than a player who just needs to improve. You'd think analysts and reporters would keep things honest, but nope, the media has only fed into this delusion. Reese isn't being held accountable for her shortcomings, she's being protected.
Much different. Just look at a player like Angel Reese, right? I think at this point it is fair to say that she is a household name. She will make less than $75,000 on her current salary within the WNBA. So I think they just want to take it and put it more in line with what it is. She's been getting maligned a little bit on social media, I think, for people taking what she said out of context. Many people saying that she thought she needed to get paid as much as NBA players do. She said that is absolutely not true. There was a tweet where she said, quote, "I love how all y'all have selective hearing. I'm hearing that they don't want to give us what they want. We're sitting out." And that's the truth. I never said anything about the NBA. We are prepared to say at the negotiation table. We also reached out to the Players Association. They sent us a statement saying, quote, "Our members are passionate about the future of the league. We are proud to represent a group of united, dialed in, and pushing for a transformational deal that's fair. We won't comment on individual statements right now." What they want is really simple, Hallie. They want, of course, a little bit higher pay. They want a softer salary cap, and they want benefits like things specifically dialed into childcare, which is very important when you're talking about a league.
Instead of acknowledging her inefficiency and inconsistency, the media focuses on everything but her actual basketball skills. They talk about her brand, her confidence, her cultural impact, and how she's changing the game, but they never explain how. When you look at the actual game, the numbers tell a completely different story. She's an inefficient scorer, turns the ball over at an alarming rate, and her defense is hit or miss at best. She even gets outplayed by players who don't have shoe deals. But you won't hear ESPN talking about that. Instead, they'll show one highlight, probably a putback layup, then cut to a montage of her trash talking, making it seem like she just dropped a triple-double, when in reality, she shot 3 for 13. Reese's biggest weapon isn't her rebounding, it's her ability to control the social media narrative. No matter how poorly she plays, her fan base will always find a way to twist the story into a win. The numbers tell the whole story, and that story is simple: Reese isn't nearly as good as she thinks she is. The tragic part? This bubble isn't sustainable. Eventually, stats catch up. Wins and losses still matter, and performance still counts. No amount of media hype or social media spin can change the fact that Angel Reese simply isn't playing at the level her ego suggests. But does she acknowledge this? Nope. She doubles down. Instead of taking the criticism and improving, she leans further into the false confidence, playing the victim, blaming the refs, pointing fingers at her teammates, and pretending everyone else is the problem. At the end of the day, Reese is trapped in her own web of deception. She believes she's a superstar because everyone around her tells her so, but the game doesn't lie. You can't fake field goal percentages. You can't spin turnovers into impact plays. And you can't hype up bad performances forever. Eventually, the truth catches up, no matter how much the narrative gets twisted.
Let me get these shoes off. A bad, you can't stay too bad too long.
Sooner or later, the bubble will pop, and reality will set in. Angel Reese will have to face the truth. She's not who she thinks she is, and she never was.
You are criticized or critiqued in a different way than your peers. Yeah. And I've had to learn that as a parent and everything. And so I just take it with a grain of salt. And as I say, a lie doesn't care who tells it. Yeah. So I'm the real no. Yeah, it's engagement.